home. Like others in Pyongyang, this is a privileged family. The woman lives here with 4 of her family members, including her 2 granddaughters. The first thing I noticed was that there weren't any family pictures, just image after image of the dear leader and his father.
Of all their pictures, which is your favorite picture?
장원님 영상을 다 우린 좋아합니다.
Every portrait of good.
Of course,
Yeah,
every picture.
very good.
Absolutely.
And once again, we were warned to photograph the dear leader carefully.
So from here up, what happens if it's only half? What happens? Why not? No? Oh, okay.
But we weren't supposed to ask why. We were supposed to sit down and be entertained by the granddaughter. We wanted to talk to people, but under the watchful eye of the minders, this was what we got.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
Finally, we sat down with the family and asked a few questions.
How difficult is life for your mother without sight?
The son-in-law answered without missing a beat.
눈에 안 보여서 제일 안타까운 게 위대한 수령과 경영 장관님이 자이런 영상을 뵙지 못하는 게 제일 안타까워.
Why do you want to see the supreme leader so much, so bad?
이 세상에 났다가 우리 수령님 덕에 우리 자식들 팔남매가 이렇게 행복하게 사는 걸 우리 수령님을 쳐다보고 인사하고 싶어도 수령님이 영상이 어리 빛이라도 보였으면 하는 소원이 됐습니다.
She was obviously moved, but what surprised me was so was everyone else.
This party official is crying.
Even this government minder.
어머니 말씀 들어서 눈물이 나는데 나라도 그 장군님 안 계신다면 우리는 다 죽은 목숨을 하는 거예요. 나도 어렸을 때 아버지 잃고 정말 장군님 품속에서 학원을 거쳐서 오늘처럼 이렇게 도민의 대사 제도를 이루라는데
I just wonder, can the great leader do anything wrong?
What?
Can the great leader do anything wrong? Is there anything wrong? Or he's always, what he says is magical?
I couldn't understand what you were
Okay.
saying.
I think he genuinely didn't understand my question. It seemed there wasn't even vocabulary to question the dear leader.
North Korea is a very small country. How does the great leader defend it against big powers like
Yes.
America?
우리 나라는 비록 작아도 이 조선에는 세상에서 가장 이 위대한 분을 모시고 있고 이 미국 놈들이 가지고 있는 이 원자탄보다도 더 이력한 일승단결의 무기가 있기 때문에 미국 놈들이 감히 어쩌지 못하고 조선 앞에 쫄쫄 이고 있습니다. 그것은 다 김정일 장관님을 우리 수령으로 모시고 있는 그런 덕분입니다.
It helps to have nuclear weapons, doesn't it?
As the conversation wound down, I wondered, where did North Korea's willingness to face down the entire world come from?
더 이력한 무기를 가지고 있기 때문에 그따위 핵무기 같은 건 하나도 무섭지 않습니다.
How did this powerful mindset take hold? North Korea's defiant stance toward the rest of the world stems from a philosophy created by Kim Il-sung called Juche.
The Juche philosophy basically means up yours to the outside world. We can make everything ourselves, we don't need you. And from an outsider's perspective, it's a peculiar thing. I mean, why make such a big deal out of being independent? Your people are starving, you've got no economy, you've got no trade. But in the Korean context, it has a profound resonance because Korean history is one of invasion and all sorts of abuse from major powers. So the North Koreans turned this history around and said, we're not going to take it anymore. And for Koreans, there is a very profound thrill that someone would have the guts to stand up and be like that.
Kim Il-sung used Juche ideology to run North Korea for half a century and to transform himself into the father figure of the nation. He ruled with an iron fist and wielded absolute power. When Kim Il-sung died in 1994, he left behind a traumatized nation. His son, Kim Jong-il, took power in the world's first communist dynastic handover. Over the years, Kim Jong-il has used the Juche philosophy to unify his people in opposition to all things foreign, especially during times of hardship like famine. But personally, he indulges in luxurious imports. He has a 20,000 title private movie collection, a fleet of more than 100 imported limousines, and at one point was the largest single customer of Hennessy Cognac in the world. Still, he uses the Juche ideology of self-reliance to justify his rule and crush all dissent. And one way he's held on to power is through the use of concentration camps to strike fear into the hearts of the people.